Oh, Nicholas Sparks, your filmography says you're responsible for 9 movies, and yet somehow after watching all of them, I still feel like I've only seen one. Best of Me is yet another Nicholas Sparks novel to make it to the big screen. This time, about a man and woman who are forced to reconcile with their past after a mentor of theirs passes away and brings them together through his last will and testament. And since Mr. Sparks is involved, you can bet there will be elements of love, loss, romance, and some sort of heartbreaking twist towards the end that will neither make sense or inform the story in any real way. Yes, it's obvious that Sparks has a formula by this point, and unfortunately in this case, I just don't see the numbers quite adding up. Man, it's hard to sit through these kind of movies. I mean, if I had to say anything good about it, I guess the acting at points wasn't awful. James Marsden especially seemed to do a great job at bringing a bit of truth to his role, and for the most part avoided feeling like the soft-focus, melodramatic type of performances that usually pervade these movies. Unfortunately, everything around him is dragging him down to its over-sentimental level. I mean, look, if your heart still swoons for this type of cookie-cutter stuff, you're likely going to enjoy this syrupy sweet mess. Otherwise, if you're like me, you'll likely come away shaking your head at how far things have fallen since The Notebook came out 10 years ago. I mean, The Notebook wasn't even the first Sparks movie. His novels for Message in a Bottle and Walk to Remember came out before that. And up until that point, I thought those stories were sweet, if not a bit simple. But since then, it just seems that each movie becomes an even more direct parody of the one before it. Here's a fun exercise. Do a Google search for Nicholas Sparks movies, and then look at the posters. Of the 9, 5 of them are literally the same pose of a man holding a woman's face in his hands as he goes in for a kiss. And the other 4 are a woman leaning back into a man's arms. And that pretty much sums up Nicholas Sparks, playing to the romantic trope so fully that it either melts your heart or melts your brain from the repetitive, unrealistic nonsense. You can probably guess which side I land on. I mean, I don't have a problem with love or romance. I'm actually a huge fan of those things. But this simplified idea of fate and destiny does nothing to speak to what true love and romance really looks like. I tried to get on board with it. I really did. For the first 30 minutes, I thought, okay, Marsden is good, characters are okay, maybe we'll just have a sweet, simple love story with a cute message and all will be fine. And then, as if right on cue, every stupid, cheesy, ridiculous thing that you think will happen in this story starts happening. And as those dominoes start falling, the worst part is there are no surprises to it. The movie tries to play its final card with this triumphant grin and say, bet you didn't see that one coming. And then you shake your head saying, yeah, I actually did, for probably like the last hour. Glad to see you're finally here with me. Now, can I go home already? Nicholas Sparks movies are the ultimate paint by numbers. Sure, you can watch the colors hit the page, but you already knew what the picture looked like before you even started. At the end of the day, Best of Me is a Nicholas Sparks movie like all the others. If you buy into the romance and sweetness, you'll likely have another teary-eyed experience. But if you're anything like me, you'll find the repetitive nature and eye-rolling schmaltz bringing out the worst in you instead of the best. I give it a D. Thanks for checking out this Your Movie Friend review. Stay tuned for this review's best ever challenge here in a bit. First, I want to throw some stuff up over here that you might like to click on. If you'd like to subscribe, which I'd very much appreciate, you can do that by clicking the big gray subscribe button. Want to see more? Well, my reviews of Book of Life and Fury are also out this week. You can also click the logo right up here to go to the all-new YourMovieFriend.com, where you can find a searchable database of reviews, as well as the written text of these videos. And finally, this review's best ever challenge. This is where you name the best movie ever in a particular category and also try to identify my choice. Let's go ahead, get this out of the way. What is the best Nicholas Sparks movie ever? Mine's the other one that James Marsden played a role in. Drop your own answer and a guess at mine in the comments, and the first person to guess mine does get that point. Thanks, and please subscribe.